Why are you eating that? I've heard these lines many times from friends and family, dating back to me pulling out a container with hard boiled eggs in the eighth grade. That was one of my staples. Later on, it became the chicken, veg, and rice staple. Needless to say, every time I pull out my container of muscle food, I would have to explain to somebody why. And my answer would always be 12 muscle. I got so sick of eating the eggs that I had to find other ways of getting it in. So I tried boiling a batch of eggs on a Sunday and then adding them to a blender with oatmeal, some coffee, peanut butter, and sometimes cocoa. It, it became easier to just open my throat and gulp it down in one go. I won't lie. Drinking that crap and trying to keep it down tested my stomach strength and made it stronger. I later moved on to blending and drinking more and more things. This allowed me to force myself to ingest what I planned on eating, no matter if I could finish it or not. I could always one down the contents of a bottle. I realized that this was an insane way to live, but I would have done anything to get closer to my goal of building more muscle. It wasn't until more recently that I thought about changing this up and finding a way to live a less restrictive life where I don't truly despise the food that I consume. So one day, after choking on a piece of blended broccoli over the sink. I used to drink my shakes over there just in case something went wrong, right? So after choking, I turned to my wife and I said, "I'm done with this crap." And then I threw out the rest of those containers, and that were obviously in the refrigerator. And this was the turning point where I increased my food standards. I have since only designed my meal plans in a way that prioritizes three main things. One, be taste. It must taste good. Good enough that I can eat it on a regular basis. Two, it must meet my protein and caloric goals. Now, while bulking, I don't usually have an issue getting the calories in, if taste is good, of course, but obviously, while cutting, high volume, low calorie options can become a must. Um, Three, you must be realistic to prepare and still taste good enough for me to make on a Sunday. As oh, it's a really very busy and I don't have much time to stand and cook each meal. Changing my priorities up and increasing my food standards has helped me eat food that makes me look forward to eating. I also no longer have to feel conscious about eating in public, which is a nice bonus. And this has probably been one of the biggest lessons that I've learned so far. I eat the same food as my wife and my son, and we all enjoy meals together. And I know that I'm getting in the nutrition that I desire, making more consistent progress, and having less relapses. My goal is to help 100 people who have not been seeing any results, and you know that this is not from a lack of trying. I want to help you find your way. By the way, this assistance is completely free with no strings attached. So, if that is you, send me a message, comment, let me know that you're interested, and I'll be in touch. I'll see you tomorrow.